How is it going then, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how you can score on FIFA 21. We've got lots of different ways of scoring on this game, which is absolutely fantastic, and you want to know how you can put the ball in the back of the net as much as possible. So we're going to teach you how to do that today. If you do enjoy the video, if it does help you out, be sure to hit the like button. We do upload these sort of videos on a daily basis, 8 AM and 8 PM, so you can subscribe to the channel. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So last year the meta was pretty much near post finishing. Be patient on the edge of the box, and that was kind of how we were looking for. As I said, now we've got multiple different ways. The first way we're going to look at scoring is via the power shot across the goal, across your body, essentially. Last year, as I said, you'd keep it nice and straight and you'd hit it near post. You wouldn't really go across the shot. Now, real life, this is something you'll see more than often from most footballers, but on the game, we're going to do this pretty much all the time now. So as you can see, we're working a ball out on the edge of the box and we look to lay it off with De Bruyne. The pass with De Bruyne, ignore the fact that he's facing that way and he passes it that way and the pass should never be successful. The key thing is the follow and build up on here. So we send De Bruyne on a run by tapping the L1, LB button, and he makes that run over towards the goal, and then that shot across the face of goal. As I said last year, the habit is normally take a touch and hit it near post. Don't be afraid when you're inside the 18-yard box to just hit it across the face of goal. It puts so much pressure on the keeper. It's a very easy and effective way for you guys to score. Myself, the habit that I need to get out of is trying to line it up for the near post, thinking it's FIFA 20 when it's not. As you can see there, Ronaldo hitting it across the face of goal. We're looking for about 2 to 2.5 bars of power as a general sort of rule in these sort of areas. Depends on how close you are to the goalkeeper. What you will notice in a scenario like there, the goalkeeper is covering his near post so much more than what they did last year. So what it means is that the other side of his goal, it's open. Go for it. The doors are open. Just walk through and say thank you very much. We'll take it. And you literally just pop it into the back of the net. Very nice and easy. Scenario here now where we get up with Son. We are looking at trying to beat the defender. As I said, we can go either way, but the key thing is to remember, well, when we want to get past this man, what are we looking for? We're looking for the far post. So we're going to take a touch and then do a fake shot. You can use like a touch and then into a ball roll to line it up for the finesse far post or the power across the goal. And you want to make sure that ideally the positioning of the body is facing towards the goal. You can be at a 90-degree angle at most, but no more than that. If you're facing the corner flag and you're trying to hit the ball there, it's a little bit more difficult to do it. So try and keep yourself face on and you will find the back of the net. The other really effective way of scoring on this game is via counter attacks. If you pick up the ball in your defense and you can get the ball out into your midfield, what you want to be looking at doing is distributing it out to the wings. We've already talked on crossing in previous videos and we'll get onto that in a minute. As you can see here, he pulls his centre back up, which means that there's a gaping hole where his left centre back should be. You can see Varane has pulled out of position massively. We want to try and utilise that as much as we can. So what happens when he's pulled his centre back out? If we distribute it to the wings, his team shape is going to lose shape massively, which means that we can exploit a gap from that. So we play the ball up to the striker, we get it out to the wing. Now Martial has isolated to the left back. Look at the gap that's there. The centre back should have been there. Take a little touch, line it up for the finesse shot across goal, and you shall find the back of the net. Keep saying the back of the net, sorry. The other thing is as well to remember is that you can actually score a lot of goals this year on a weak foot of a player that's not got a great weak foot with a cross goal. Because it is so strong, it's very easy to do. Literally, just get it out there. Even with someone like Neres, a 3-star weak foot, I've scored some very good goals with him on his weak foot, just hitting it across the face of goal, lining it up here, putting it up with Alex Teixeira, and we're hitting on the counter-attack. As you can see, if you can break through that midfield line as quick as you possibly can from the opponent, get onto the defensive line. Defending is difficult this year. Defending is hard. People can't jockey. What does that mean? They dive in. They put the pressure on. They end up giving you the gaps. If you relax and stay calm when you are hitting someone on a counter attack, you're the one in the driving seat because they'll just pull someone out of position. They're so panicky that they're going to, they're going to make a mistake. All you need to do is just stay calm, wait to get past those defenders, use a little bit of skill moves if you've got it in your locker, and you will do it. Alex Teixeira coming through, hitting it nice and easy into the goal. Crossing is our next method. I'm not going to go too much into this one because we've talked about it in loads of different videos, but it's very effective. I've already said, change your crossing to assisted. This is the area where you want to cross. Normally on FIFA 20, you'd go to the byline and you'd look to sweat it back across. Here, we're going to do R1 square on PlayStation, RBX on Xbox, and we are going to rifle this across the face of goal. You want to change it to assisted because if you do it on semi, the slightest bit of the change of angle, this won't go where you want want it to go. You want it straight on that guy's head, feet, volley, hit it first time, and you'll have so much joy and so much fun with these. Even when you get into these sort of areas, that one there was an L1, R1, a square cross, LB, RB, X on Xbox. Really effective. Getting into this scenario now, just whipping it in, and look at it. It's a phenomenal crossing technique. One of the easiest ways to score this year, which doesn't require too much thinking. Now, finesse shots are back on FIFA 21. Started using them a little bit more. Me, myself, I need to use them more outside the box. If you are lining up on the outside of the box with like a De Bruyne, a Son, anyone that's got like a finesse shot trait, high curve, really good shots, long shots, anything like that, don't be afraid to take a shot from outside. If you're struggling to break an opponent down, sometimes play for the long shot, all right? If it's outside the 18-yard, if he backs off and gives you that little bit of room, don't be afraid to use it. Here you can see Rashford. Last year, we'd look at hitting this near post. We don't want to this year. The keeper covers the near post too much. Use a finesse shot, which is R1, 2 bars, 2.5 bars of power inside the box. RB and the shoot button on Xbox. Finesse shot, nice and simple. It is pretty much the staple this year of being in on goal and using it, just in those tight scenarios. When would you want to use the finesse shot? Ideally, if the keeper comes rushing out and you think a power shot will go straight at him, he closes the angle down, you can use a finesse shot to whip it round him a little bit more. That's where we want to be looking for it. Now, this here, you can just see, this last year, we'd probably look at trying to get this straight and hitting it onto the near post. We can use a little bit of agile dribbling here. I will be talking to you about that in future videos. Once I've nailed it myself, we want to make sure we open up the angle. You can see the defenders are already covering that bottom half of the goal. We want to go upwards. Normally, we'd do a drag back. We don't want to do a drag back. Drag backs are useless this year. Some agile dribbling can work really well for you. Moving on to one-on-ones. How can we score them? Last year, you'd get in on goal. You would always ball roll the keeper. That would be my advice. Ball rolls still work this year. I don't think they're as effective, but they definitely can still work. What I'd advise you to do is take your time, assess the situation. Is the keeper rushing out? If the keeper's rushing out, go for a chip shot or a ball roll. I need to start trying chip shots myself. I'm too much in the habit of using ball rolls. However, chip shots are ridiculously strong. From just playing against some of the best players, watching them and whatnot, I know chip shots are really strong. You would just do LB, L1 on a PlayStation, and then you are just going to click the shoot button. Again, about 2.5 bars of power. You can actually do them from really weird angles. But as you can see here, we take the touch with Lucas, we sprint forward, and then we let go of the sprint button and we take our time. Remember, when you are in one-on-one, you need to let go of the sprint button. You can't shoot while holding the sprint button. If you hold sprint while you're shooting, you will mess up every single shot that you take. Moving on to set pieces. I've only got the one here because the footage that I had originally for all the set pieces has been corrupted. You can see I basically put my cursor on the edge of the 6-yard box. I then put the cross in and I push the left analog stick up. Obviously, if I'm crossing it the other way, I put it down. And then you are looking at using the power header, L1, R1, into the ground, and you'll score a lot of goals from that. I will have a set piece video coming out on FIFA 21. I never did one last year because set pieces were absolutely useless, but this year they definitely work. Look at that for a banger. It's unbelievable. But yeah, set pieces definitely work this year, so I will be touching on them for you. Again, across the face of goal. Get it into your heads. Last year, I was sat here telling you, near post, near post, near post, near post. What I want you to do is get a post-it note, and I want you to start telling yourself to shoot across goal. Write it down, across goal, stick it on your monitor, remind yourself of it. Get out the habits of FIFA 20, of that near post, and I can guarantee you will start scoring more goals. It's hard, I know. It's something that I'm struggling with myself, but the more you practice and the more you play, and the more you try different methods, they will work. Time finishing, I don't have on. I did turn it off. I started using it. I just don't think it's worth the risk again. And then with regards to low drivens, are they viable? In certain scenarios, yes, but they're very inconsistent. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So low drivens, which is where you hold LB, RB as you shoot L1, R1 on PlayStation, I wouldn't recommend the low drivens to you that often. So stay away from them. If you ever wanted to keep it on the deck, I found that actually just tapping the shoot button when you are quite close can work to just get it underneath the keeper's feet and find the back of the net that way. So that is how to score on FIFA 21. A lot more methods, as I said, in comparison to last year. A lot of you guys have been asking as well, am I going to be coaching on FIFA 21? I am indeed. I will put a link in the description. We are taking bookings in advance for November. We're not allowing any bookings start October while I learn the game, see what works and all that sort of stuff. And then, yeah, you can have a look at that if you're interested. Obviously, remember to check out the Twitch where you can come over, ask all the questions, and hopefully see some of these goals put into action for you guys to get better and carry on enjoying FIFA 21. If you enjoyed, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know what sort of videos you still want to see on the YouTube channel. We've got a lot of how-tos coming over the next month or so. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch all you guys in the next video.